I don't want you to put your head in a book and throw scriptures at your child. Like your child this is a preaching session. And I'm not saying you do that. But sometimes we can get very involved and busy in our lives, and we're so engaged in what we're doing, we're not able to see the signs. One of the first things you must do when your kid has depression is that the same way you will go to a doctor when you have a cold, go and talk to your regular doctor. And say, I'm seeing some things that are a little bit different with my child. Why don't you talk to my child? And generally, primary care doctors now will do like what we call a depression screen, right? And they will do an assessment, and they will come up with some ideas as to how they're rating the child's depression, but that's just the beginning. I want you to watch several things about your child if they're depressed. I want you to watch how they're sleeping. A lot of our children have too much entertainment in their rooms. The light from the electronics is affecting their circadian rhythm. They're not resting at night. They're going to school and they haven't slept at all. They need more sleep than us adults even. Some of them need about 8 to 10 hours to feel rested. Check your kids' sleep period, whether they're depressed or not. Pay attention to that. Pay attention to your child's mood. Are they overly irritable in a way that is not normal for them? Watch out for them. Be very careful about isolation. Very critical, because the video games and all can be very engaging for them in the moment, but there's actually an increased rate of suicidal thoughts when a child is constantly doing video games. Bottom line is, because of the world that we live in now and all the technology and all that we're involved in, I'm not blaming our children here, we're involved in it sometimes more than our children. We may be disconnected with them in a way that we may not realize. So the goal here is not for us to feel condemned. Oh my God, if I was a better parent, my child won't be depressed. That's not what we're saying. But I want you to start to become aware and engage your child. You want to go to a primary care practitioner, and I don't care if you're not sure, check it out. You never know what you will find out. How bad can it be if you go and you just use it as an opportunity to get to know something in school that your child was not willing to talk about, and now that child is willing to talk about it to a third party because they're feeling like, if my mom can care about me enough or my dad can care about me enough to take me to go see somebody, maybe they really care about me and maybe I should say something. It could be somebody bullying them at school. It could be that they feel like they're not good enough because they're dark skinned. You don't know. Be curious enough to ask questions. And don't give up. Don't say they're not depressed now, it's done. It's an ongoing life. We go through ups and downs. Engage your child. Take them to a primary care practitioner. If possible, take them to a mental health practitioner. And do not go as if, oh my God, my child is crazy. No, go for a checkup. Go see. And if the answer is no, it's no. So what? And allow your child to know that when you're going through, I expect you to talk to me. But even if you don't feel good talking to me, I'm going to let you talk to somebody else. Because I want you to be well. I want you to be healthy. I hope that helps a little bit. So that's the beginning. Look at sleep, look at appetite, look at irritability, mood, child acting like they don't want to go to school anymore. All the things they used to like to do, they're losing interest in those activities. That can be a sign. We call it anhedonia. It's a sign that the child is losing interest in life. They're no longer driven. Be careful about just measuring your child based on accomplishments, the A's or the B's, or the gifted classes. Begin to look at your child as a whole person, also in the area of the emotional life. So I hope that helps a little.